Hello, good morning. Welcome to our masterclass. It's George again this morning, and as I promised, we'll walk through our masterclass following the two Facebook Lives that we did yesterday and the day before. So a quick agenda then, it will be, I'll tell you a little bit about who we are, and we will go into the power of Praxis. And I know you've been looking forward to this one. Okay, so my name is George Mtenda Zamera, and I'm a mindset coach, helping people improve personally, professionally, and improving their businesses. You achieve your desired outcomes with our support. Thank you very much. And as I said before, we work with mindset programs that are tailored to work with what your outcomes are. So the last 2 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, we talked milestones on Tuesday and we talked actions yesterday. And a quick recap, as you remember, I said your milestones are your landmarks along the way to the achievement of your desired outcome, along the way to the achievement of your goals. And we also said that underneath your milestones, you have your actions, which then are the effective implementation of your track towards your goals. And so the three are linked, as I said, your goal and your milestone and your actions, they're all linked as one, okay? So you gotta get everything right. And as I said, there is also another factor past this, and this is your mind, your beliefs. Because it's all very well to have good looking goals, well written on paper, but they fall down because there is no implementation. And so today we're talking about one thing that affects the successful implementation of goals. And this is belief. This is aligning your beliefs with your behavior. And so today's topic is the power of praxis. So at times we operate with two belief systems relative to one subject. The belief we choose with our conscious mind and the one that exists in our subconscious mind. Remember, we said that the mind can roughly be divided into your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. The conscious mind is your intellectual mind, and that's where our five senses are hooked onto. And then there's the subconscious mind, which is the one that controls 96 to 97% of your habitual behavior, your belief system. And I like to use the example of an iceberg, that the visible side that you see, the top of the iceberg, that's your conscious mind. And beneath that, the bigger side is your subconscious mind. So in terms of controlling you, controlling your behavior, it is your subconscious mind that takes control. So for you to win, to succeed with your goals, you have to deal with this part of your mind, the subconscious mind. So when we hold two belief systems, one relative to one subject, we create confusion in the mind, and we get stuck. And an easy way of doing this is to explain it via an example, all right? So for example, a person who weighs 120 kgs may want to release weight to, say, 80 kgs. They are determined to do this. They have resolved at a conscious level that they're going to do it. So they've read on it, they've watched videos, they know the diets that they have to embark on, everything at a conscious level is very, very clear. Now, they then find that with time, they actually aren't losing the weight. Or they might actually gain a little bit, a kg or two. Or when they lose, it's temporary. They soon get back to 120 kg. You see, the reason is that they continue to see themselves as a 120 kg person in the subconscious part of their personality. Even though they might consciously want to reduce their weight, they don't really believe they can get their weight down to 80 kgs. Okay, so there's some conflict there. What consciously they want and understand they must do, and what the subconscious mind is telling them are two different things. But as I say, your subconscious mind is more powerful. It controls your habitual behavior, and therefore your objective is nullified. But to succeed, you now need to visit your subconscious mind to align your conscious thought with your subconscious thought. And when you do that, that's when you win. Because remember, we called it the paradigm, your belief system. The paradigm has a lot of control over your habitual behavior. Okay. So, because of our programming, it can be extremely difficult to change the beliefs that exist at our subconscious level. You know, some of these beliefs are genetic. Some of you inherited them. And as you were growing up, they were imposed on you and you internalized them. So this explains why most people take countless inherited, often ridiculous beliefs to the grave with them, permitting them to control their lives. Why? Because they haven't dealt with those beliefs. So what is Praxis? Because we said the topic today is the power of Praxis. 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 It is the integration of belief with behavior. Integration of belief with behavior. Praxis describes the mental, physical state a person is in, which causes them to get the results they are getting. The mental and physical state. So William James, a long time ago, stated that believe and your belief will create the fact. The Bible tells us that everything is possible for one who believes. And believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. What do we see there? Believe, believe, belief, belief. It is when you believe that things start to happen. So Napoleon Hill makes this observation. He says that there's a difference between wishing for something and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing until they believe they can acquire it. The state of mind must be belief and not mere hope or wish. So open-mindedness is essential to belief. So closed minds won't cut it. So for some of you, you will know aware of the concept of growth mindset, fixed mindset. And so when Napoleon Hill was talking about closed minds there, the concept as we know it today of growth mindset, fixed mindset, hadn't actually come through. Some of you will know that Carol Dweck, who was a researcher at Stanford University, then came up with this growth mindset and fixed mindset. And essentially what it says is that a growth mindset is an open mind. The one that says, I'm willing to learn. I'm happy to fail, but I learn from it. I'll become better. Whereas a fixed mindset says you were born with whatever you got. Whatever you have, that's the package. You can't improve on it. I am what I am. And obviously, the one that cuts is a growth mindset. And so that's what Napoleon Hill is talking about. He is saying that if you have a growth mindset, then you are able to take in new beliefs and turn yourself into a better person. Okay, so I personally have been fortunate to work with a variety of people in my career. I started off in law practice. I'm a lawyer by training. I practiced, I moved into commerce, I went into corporate affairs, I did marketing, I went into compliance, I went and studied coaching and personal development, and I'm here today. And the only reason why I've been able to do all that is because I have a growth mindset, which says I'm open to learn. I'll learn with persistence, with trying hard, with good teaching. You can achieve anything that you want. And so that's what Napoleon Hill is talking about. Have an open mind, and you will definitely become better. So knowing on a conscious level what you want is not enough. You have to go deeper and align your beliefs with your behavior. All right. So how do you align your beliefs with your behavior? Well, you must study yourself and understand yourself. Who are you? What are you? What makes you tick? See, the more you study and understand yourself, the more you will be capable of changing you and achieving your objectives. See, our belief system is based upon our evaluation of something. And frequently, if we reevaluate situations, our belief about those things change, isn't it? Remember when we were discussing the mental gifts, the mental gift of perception, we said that when we change the way we look at something, that something changes. Very cool. So if you have beliefs that you inherited, or beliefs that came to you via your parents, your friends, early on in life, you don't have to take them to the grave. You can do a proper analysis of yourself and say, what do I believe? What are the things that I want in life? You see, you will never go beyond where you believe you can go. You will never go beyond where you believe you can go. That's a very strong statement. Where do you think you can go? You'll never go beyond that. And so you watch with sports. The guy who's a serial winner knows he will win. And so he knows where he can go beyond. The guy who's not a serial winner is held back, not because they don't have the talent. It is because they don't believe they can go beyond. So if you watch the Australian final, Open tournament final, Djokovic was 2 sets down. But he believed that he can win. And what happened? He won. You see, on a conscious level and on at a logical level, you can think and say, oh yeah, I can do that. However, you must believe at a deep level, from deep in your psyche, that it is true. If you do not, then you must change that paradigm. The truth is, you can do anything, but you must believe it. Because without belief, it is not going to happen. You see, the thoughts that you internalize set up a vibration within you, right? The vibration causes action. action causes a reaction. It's the reaction that creates the result. Belief. You've got to believe it can be done. Action, reaction. We remember that from Newton. That was his third law of motion. So, it has been said, life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man. But soon or late, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. I love that. It is the man who thinks he can. That's belief. So for you to succeed, you've set all those beautiful goals for 2020. You have said, I'm going to do this. Here are my landmarks, my milestones. Here are my actions. And soon you run into headwinds. Soon you run into naysayers. Soon you're getting discouraged. If you don't have belief, then what you know on a conscious level that you can achieve will dissipate. Because your subconscious mind is telling you, you are never going to achieve this. You want to align your conscious beliefs with your subconscious. So, we talked about how do we go past this. We said you want to sit down, understand yourself. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are my beliefs? What beliefs am I holding on to that are irrelevant today? As a young man, your parents would have said, oh, that man is a hideous man, and therefore you don't even talk to his children. Well, maybe try talking to the son. He might turn out to be such a wonderful person and a helpful person. Because whatever their fight might have been, it has nothing to do with you. What are your beliefs? You see, courageously begin to analyze your belief, one at a time. Ask yourself, if you have sound and good reasons for each of your beliefs, then yeah, sure. If you don't, jettison them. These are your beliefs about wealth. What do you believe about wealth? About family. What do you hold dear about family? What do you believe about family? Business. If you're in business, what do you believe about business? What are you strongly holding on as a belief about business? Your spirituality. What are those values that resonate with you at a deep and psych level? What are those? Relationships with relatives, with friends. What do you value? Your morality. What are the values there? What are the I will never cross this line beliefs? Look at them, analyze them. Because when you do that, you're beginning to understand yourself as a person. You're beginning to understand the person who wants to achieve these goals and the person who influences other people. Because wherever you are, whatever you do, there are people who look up to you. And therefore, in your reassessment, reevaluation, take that into account, that whatever you value, whatever you believe, influences other people. So be honest with yourself. Don't pretend. Be honest with yourself. What do I value? You'll find that some of your beliefs and some of your strongest convictions have absolutely no foundation. You probably picked it up in grade 5 at school or something, and you've held on to it. Maybe it's time to revisit and throw them out of the window. You see, this reevaluation, etc., I call it a mental house cleaning exercise. Once in a while, you take all the chairs out of the house, clean up, maybe rearrange the furniture, etc., etc. Well, you're doing that with your mind. A mental house cleaning exercise. Try it. So, if you're working as a team, for instance, and I'm talking now here to people who run businesses, people who have teams under them. If you're working as a team, it is essential that each member believes at an emotional level that which they verbalize. So we've set a goal. We want ourselves to reach a certain number this quarter, half year, third quarter, final results. Now, you want every member to believe that it is possible at an emotional level, not an intellectual exercise. That, oh, I see the numbers and say, okay, I can do it. No. Actually believe that those are the numbers. So in your meetings, as you churn out these numbers, get everyone to buy in. Get everyone to say that, yes, is the number. That guys are prepared to sing the haka for. That is the number that everybody gets emotionally involved with. You see, because when you do that, each team member goes out there and is ready to fire. So team members have to practice the word praxis, which is integrating their beliefs with their behavior. So they must begin then not only to believe in the goal, their behavior then gets to be in alignment with that. So, as you know, all teams are groups, but not all groups are teams. So if you want a team to succeed, get everyone to believe so that they work as a unit, believe the same thing, chase the same goal, and yes, guaranteed success. So they must believe in the same vision, believe in the same goals at an emotional level, and of course, that which you seek shall indeed be yours. The power of praxis. Integrate your beliefs with your behavior, and you will achieve your goals. I like this subject because it forces you to re-examine yourself, to re-examine your beliefs, to re-examine your values, to align them so that you can become that person you've always wanted to be. All right, team. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you derive value from us. And if you need more, click the link below and get hold of us via our website. And I always ask you to stay positive, because that is the only way you can win at all times. So right out, be good. Tomorrow we'll have a quick small one, and I'll release you for the weekend. Thank you very much. Take good care of yourselves. This is George. Bye-bye.